What's happening, everyone? It's story time. It's that time again. I've been missing for a little bit. I haven't been missing for a bit, but what I've been doing a few other things for the channel, and that's why I haven't really focused on the stories much, but I'm going to start jumping back on it, right? We're slacking a bit, aren't we? But what I want to say, though, is, you know, loads of people are watching the stories, and, like, you aren't subscribing or nothing like that, or commenting, like, get involved for me, yeah? Because it's a bit demotivational when, like, you've got, like, 8,500 subscribers, and there's, like, 100 comments, you know what I mean? And you're watching it, so why can't I just say something? You know what I mean? Just like, what's happening, just any, whatever. You know, get involved with the channel, that's what you're for. A few likes wouldn't go amiss neither. Do you know what I mean? 200 likes on a channel, on videos with like 8,500 subscribers. It's a bit iffy, that, innit? Do you know what I mean? So let's get involved and let's see where we're going with it right now. This story, it's funny, but it's only funny if you're on this channel. It's not really funny to the average person, because you'd be like, oh. But yeah, I get on this. So I'm in my car the other day, right? And I'm on a main road in Liverpool, what you all know. It's a big long main road, yeah. Goes right across the whole Liverpool. And as I'm in the car, like, the car's loud, as you probably know, yeah, so it stands out a little bit, bang on, especially now on this channel, everyone's on me. So I was just driving there, I was just sitting at the lights and that, and I just see this car and I thought, who's that? Because he was looking over at me, you know what I mean? Now when you like pull up a light and someone's next to you, you look at them, and you just look away, don't you? That's what I do anyway. So I'll look at someone just by accident, and I'll look at them, and I'll look away. But then if I look back at them and they're snarling at me, I'll be like, what, lad? Do you know what I mean? I won't instigate it ever, but, you know, people look at each other that's just everyday life, don't even mean nothing. So I look at him again and I'm thinking, no way, he's going to be pull over. So I'm thinking, no way, I know him. So I'm like, lad, what's happening? So Paul's always like, lad, what's that? He's from a different firm, right? And we used to do bits together ages ago. I haven't seen him for a while. He's like the leader of this other firm. He's got his own firm. No names, obviously, no names, no places. So he's like, lad, do you want to go for a bevy? I said, come out then. So I don't know what. He's a mate and I haven't seen him for a while. It was sunny, it was banging. I thought, you know what, let's go for a steak and a scan or something. So he's like, come out then, lad. So we just both right sides there. There's this pub on Queen's Drive, the garden all on it, right? It's on the corner, let's just say that. We goes in this, we get a pint and all that. Just chat, like, yeah, give us a steak, get a scan and all that. So I'm like, what, still going with these, He's like, yes. And then one of his mates phones, and he's like, no way. He's like, guess where I'm with? He's like, because all his mates are my mates as well, do you know what I mean? When I say mates, we're mates, but we're not actively mates, you know, we don't go to each other, we don't see each other like that, but you know, we're mates. So he's like, lad, get with us, these are all in a party. And I said, come on, son, it's sad. Listen to this. So I follows him, gets in the car, I follows him to this party. So he walks in, and as he walks in, I'm like, what is happening, lad? They're like, lads, what are you doing here? No way, wasn't expecting. I'm like, what's happening, lad? Next thing, this kid just looks at me, right, and he's not vibing how everyone else is vibing. And I'm thinking, oh, what's wrong with him? I said, what's up with you, lad? He went, oh, lad. I went, what? He went, you know your mate, such and such. I went, yeah. He went, he robbed me. I said, he robbed you? I said, when? He said, about 4 days ago. I said, he's robbed you 4 days ago? Now, 4 days ago, you've got to understand, right? My mate knocked on mine, right? And said, what are you up to? I said, nothing, lad. I said, he went, yeah, I've got something for you. And passed me a nuggle of lemon. I said, what's that for? He went, for you, lad. Now, you might think, oh, lad, we do things like that. There's loads of times I've been like, yeah, there's a nuggle, it's only one, but you can have it, yeah. He's like, go on, sign that. So that's just what we do. So it didn't really stand that much out to me, do you know what I mean? But now it's starting to stand out to me. And I'm thinking, he has defo robbed him. I said, what's the take off it? He's like, 4 nuggle. I said, he's took 4 nuggle off you. I went, yeah. I said, and what? He said, well, no, it's not to do with you, lad. I said, well, it is to do with me, and I was like, he's my mate. So the gaff's half gone quiet, but not, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, I'm going to get my head punched in here any minute now, you know, because everyone stands like, not saying on me, but, so the lad who's like the, let's just say boss leader, whatever you want to call it, right? But there's a difference between a boss and a leader, which you know anyway. A boss whips you, yeah. A leader dangles carrots and you know, helps you grow. So he's their leader, let's say that. So I said to him, yeah, come out to him. I'm like, lad, what's going to happen here now? He went, no one will do nothing for you in here. I said, no, they won't. I said, lad, you know, you're all stealing on me now. I said, you'll probably do me, lad. I said, but lad, I'll be back in less than an hour. He's like, lad, I know. He's like, don't talk to me like that. When you talk to me like that, lad. He's like, lad, I've brought you, lad. You're my guest. I don't give a fuck what's happened with him. He said, he hadn't even told me about it. I said, what, you mean, lad, if you hadn't told me about it, I would have phoned you, lad. And I was thinking, I thought, that's what I've got in my way. You told no one, lad. And he's like, what? I said, how come you didn't tell him? And he went, because he started going on at me. And I said, what happens? He went, lad, I give him 4 hours. I said, you've given him 4 hours. What, on bail? He's like, yeah. I said, lad, well, that's your fault. Who gives him 4 hours on bail, lad? Would you give him 4 hours on bail? He's like, no. I'm like, lad, I wouldn't even give him 4 hours on bail. And he's one of my best mates. I said, lad, that's what he's like, you know it is. And he went, oh, lad, I know, he just blagged me. I said, lad, you got blagged then. It's your own fault. So I said, so what do you want to do about it, lad? He's like, there's nothing really I can do about it. I said, let me just make sure it's in first. Yeah, listen to this. Let me make sure it's in first, yeah. And I thought, I'm going to phone him on loudspeaker in front of the old party because I know what he's like and I know what he'll say. He's going to say so. So I phoned him on loudspeaker. I said, yeah, everyone. He's like, what's happening, lads? I said, lads, what's happening? I said, what the fuck have you been doing? And he went, what? I said, what have you been doing? You know what you mean? I said, have you robbed such and such? He went, yeah. And I went, why? He went, lad, because you're only a fucking muppet. He went, what? He went, lad, you sniffed it with me. I was just like, everyone just looked at me, right? And I'm like, no, the way he said it and the way it's going, it looked like I knew about it, didn't it? And I've just sniffed it with him and I've come here like blagging and didn't know about it. So the lad looked at me and said, shut up, lads, don't listen to him, lads. So I said to me, go on, see you later, put the phone there. Because I'm laughing, it started to change the vibe a little bit, you know what I mean? It sounded everybody. So my mate said to me, yeah, I'm going to get off me, lad. And he's like, nah, Jimmy. I said, lad, I'm not sitting here with you, lad. He's like, what? He went, yeah, we mean you, babe. I'm like, nah, I'm sound. So I gets off and all that. So I flies to my mate who's robbing. I'm like, lad, you're mad. I was sitting there with him then. And he's like, so? He said, what? I said, lad, I didn't last week. He went, lad, your own fault. I said, oh. But to be fair, it was if I could do it again, would I? Yeah, therefore, because it was that funny, do you know what I mean? It was proper hilarious. So I says, yeah, come on, let's go out then. So I ended up out with him and we're having a bevy and all that. And we're in the car, so I'm taking it easy, do you know what I mean? So as we're flying down, we end up going out, we end up in town, all that, proper sounds, has a proper laugh and all that. So he comes to our station, man. So the next day he gets up and he gets off. He's like, what do you want to do today? He said, lad, we'll go back out today. We're going, yeah. He said, where? He said, we'll go to another area we don't normally go to. Yeah, he's like, where? So I told him, he's like, yeah, go on, son. And the area where we're going to, that's where they're from. That's where they're from. And there's a boozer there where everyone goes to, like, you know, over daytime. I'm not going to name the boozer, because then you'll probably get on it, because you probably heard this story. It was only the other day. All fictional, yeah. It's all, I'm not even talking now. Yeah, I'm not even talking. This is all fictional, right? As we're driving down, this kid's standing outside the boozer, and his mate is too. And it's the same kid, but I didn't notice him. So my mate says to me, lad, I'm like, what are you, there he is. I mean, yeah, let me go and talk to him. So I said, yeah, I'll go and speak to him then. I said, go and speak to him then, lad. So he's like, go on, son. So my mate jumps out of my car. So I'm over the road, they haven't got on me. And I see him creeping, and I'm thinking, what's he doing there now? The lad who he's bumped is standing there like drinking out of a pint outside. And my mate just goes, yeah. My mate picks an empty glass up off the floor. Picks an empty glass up off the floor, right? Throws up the bit out of it and just pops up on him and just goes, bang. And I'm like, what? And the kid's just being dropped. His mate just turns down, sees me mate, and he's just bailed him, do you know what I mean? So my mate comes, I'm like, lad, what? He's going, well, lad's going to come back. And I'm like, lad, it is now. What are you doing? Like, no, just unnecessary, out of order. But it is what it is. And he's going, nah, lad, you don't know. He says, do you know why I robbed him? I said, why, mate? Because he's done this to my other mate, he's done this, lad, and then he stole it on him and all that. And I was thinking, I don't know, it was a bit of a fast, the response was too fast for him to just be lying though, do you know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, I'll phone him now. So I've got him and I said to him, what happened to you, lad, the other week with this? And he went, oh, lad, he stole it on me. So I thought, you know what, that's fair. He went, lad, that's the only reason why I robbed him. I was like, did you? I said, ah, that's all right, fair enough. So then about 3 hours later, right, I'm sitting there, phone goes, lad, what's happening? And I'm like, oh, lad, I don't know. I said, he's just done this, he's just done that. You know, I can't control him, lad. You know, I can't control the man's actions, lad. You know, he's not my kid, lad. It is what it is, and that's what he's like. And you've done this, and then he stole it on him, and you know, just going swings and roundabouts. I'm just trying to get out of it, because I can't really be arsed with it, because I like these kids, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, look what's just happened now. This has happened before, right? I've seen the exact same thing happen before. But only in a different booze with one of my other mates. Just picked the glass up, just put it right through him. Like, oh, lad, he's a mad juice, you know what he is on about, lad. So I said to me, I said, lad, listen, it's going to go heavy this now. I said, these are few, but I mean, this is only recent. This is like the last few days, you know what I mean? And like, just go on and like, people think that's stories and all that. Yeah, listen, this is just everyday life. It's everyday life, yeah, but obviously it's all fictional everyday life, but it's everyday life. So I'm like, lad, what are you playing at? I said, why did you have to do that? He went, lad, because I couldn't take the risk. Because I'm like, lad, there was no risk. He didn't even know you were there. He's like, I know, but in my head, lad, I'm off my bar, we've been on a limo, and I just thought mad things. And I'm like, I know, but lad, you thinking mad things gets me in the deep of it, lad. Yeah, you just get me in shit. And he's going, lad, I know, but you know, lad, I can carry myself. Like, I know you can carry yourself, but people aren't phoning you, they're phoning me because you're with me. They're not going to phone you because they know what you'll say. Fuck off, blah, 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 blah. You're just like, you can't be worked with, lad. You're just one of them kids, lad, who's just a nightmare. Lad, you're a nightmare, lad. You just cause problems all the time, lad. And he goes to me, oh, lads, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, you're not, though. You're not, lads. There's no many times we've sat in the car with you, and we've had this discussion, and you've told me this, and you've told me that, and I'm going to start thinking straight. I'm going to start, I'm going to start, like, thinking about other people before. Lads, you don't care. You don't care about none. Now, secretly, I like it. I like that he doesn't care about none, because he's like, he's who you send in with no boundaries. Do you get what I mean? He's just like, lad, him, go. And he doesn't even question you. He's just like, go ahead, lad, go ahead, lad. Now, me, I'm the same as that, right? No boundaries, but only if it's like necessary. Only if it's like, it's on that level. But he's not. He's already on that level just for nothing. Do you understand what I mean? It's weird. He's like a weird kid. He's like one of them kids who, if you bump into him and you have a bit of an argument with him, you need to watch your back. Like, no matter what. He's just one of them kids, you get me? So he's all off his barn. He says to me, yeah, lad, well, yeah. I'll tell you what, we're just going to have a little bevy now. And I'm like, where are you going to go for a bevy? He's like, I'm like, lad, I'm not going in there with you. He's like, why? I'm like, lad, because there's only me and you. He's like, lads, I know, you know what? You just think too much. I'm like, lads, I don't. I'm on it, lads. You don't even know who's on your case, lads. I know loads of people on your case who you forgot about. I remember it all, lad, yeah. We bump into one of them. He's like, oh, lad, you're slipping. I'm like, lad, I'm not slipping. I'm just clever. You're not clever. You're fucking stupid, lads. You just do anything and do what you want, and you think it's not going to come back on you. Lad, it's going to come back on you. Something's going to come back on you. I don't know where. I don't know how. I don't know when. Something's definitely going to come back on you, lads. You can't just carry on like that round here, lads. Oh, lads, I know, but lad, you don't know. You don't know, lads. It's just, lad, just jib it, just jib it. So he's like, lad, are you hungry? I said, I'm starving, lad. He says, all right, get on this for proper weird, right? So I said, what do you want? He went to KF. So I was like, go to KF. So he gets me, parks up the car, we walks over to KF, right? And there's this lad in there, this lad's a bit of an head, right? And it's just, I'm like, what's happening? He's like, what's happening? But he's not from that area. He's from a different area. But he's a bit of a heavy kid, you know what I mean? I was like, it went off on that, then it goes up, but it's unnecessary. So he made standing there and he's going, what's he saying there? I said, none, lad. I said, none at all. So the kid who's getting served the counter, he's this fella, and he's like sort of half like not shooting para, but you don't really want me and my mate standing behind you, buried and that. You know what I mean? But I'm just trying to be all like proper, like blender. So he turns around and he says to me, mate, what have you just said there? And I just looked and told him, my mate just goes bang and just puts him clean out in the middle of the KFC. And I'm like, lads. And he's like, what? And I'm like, lads. I'm like, we need to go. He's like, lads, I want me scran. I'm like, lads, we're not getting a scran. I said, he needs to, lad, what are you playing at? What are you playing at, lad? You're causing proper murder for me. So I'm half fuming with him, right? But he's like, he's got like weird split personality. He's like, he's your best mate. He's your worst enemy. He's unreasonable. You can't be logical with someone who's not logical. You can't be rational with someone who's not rational. Do you know what I mean? You've got to just play it like, lads, what? And he was sitting in the car, I'm like, lad, we didn't even get a scan. You've done this, that's going to come back on me. And you know what? Honestly, right now, listen to me, I'm waiting for that to just come back. I'm waiting for a phone call. I haven't had one yet, but I'm just waiting for that. There's no way that's not coming back at one point or another. But what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to do? He's gone home. Yeah, no one knows where, he's gone home. It's me who gets left with to deal with it. Oh, lad, lad, listen, lad, what it was, lad, right, is yeah, what am I supposed to say about that? Saying to me, yeah, we'll just go to Mackey's then. I'm like, come here then. So we go to Mackey's and I'll get this scan and I'm like, listen, I'm getting off. He's like, lad, you're not. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, lad, you're not. I said, what do you mean I'm not? He said, lad, we're going out. I said, lad, I'm not going out with you now. I said, why? He said, lad, because you just causing murder. You're in that mode, lad. He's going to me, lad, I'll snap out of it. He said, where's the limo? I said, we're in the Mackey's. He's like, yeah, but I'll eat me scan and I'll stop in the limo. I'm like, lad. So we just parked up in the Mackey's, just scanned this like Big Mac or something like that, you know what I mean? Next thing he's like, give us a stripe. I'm like, yeah, give us a stripe. So I'm like, lad, wipe your mouth, you're making me sick. And he's like, lad, why are you always being like that with me? I'm like, why am I always, lad, what are you on about? He's going, I know what I mean, lad. I'm like, no, I don't know what you mean, lad. He's going, lad, you're just like always like, just dead like straight and you're always like, what, do you think you're clever? And I'm like, listen, lad, I said, shut up now. I said, shut up, don't start like that, lad. I said, I swear to God, I'll put it in the boot, lad. He's going, I'm only messing, lad, I'm only messing. He said, so where are we going? I said, lad, I'm going to take you home now. He's like, are you coming out with me? I said, lad, I'll come out with you. But if I come out with you and you cause murder for nothing, lad, I'm going to fucking waste you. And he's going to me, all right, lad, all right. I'm like, lad, I'm not messing with you. Listen to me, lad. if you cause murder for none, I'm going to proper batter you, lads. But he knows quite well that it's just empty threats and I'll never do nothing to him because I love him, right? But reality is, lad, I'll fucking switch it up that fast, it's a shame. So anyway, he goes to this, drops him off and all that, gets a shower, gets changed, blah, 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 blah. So he comes back out, because I'm sitting in the car, I'm not even going in his house. I'm not listening to this bird fuming on him, because his bird fumes on him. What? And then she just looks at me, and then he blames me, whatever he says there. And she's like on the fuming on me with slippers on the doorstep, just like, lah. I'm like, oh, put the window up, fuming, gibber. So he gets back in the car, I'm like, everything sounds like, yeah, it's sound. I'm like, no way, that went well. Gets the man, gets changed and all that, ends up on the brandy, ends up on the stripes, and all just sitting there. So my mate phones, he's like, what are you up to? I said, I'm with such. He's like, what are you doing? I said, we're going out. He's like, lads, what, you had him up for it? And I'm like, Sam mutes the phone, says to him, yeah, does he come with us? He's like, no. I said, why? He's like, lad, because I said, lad, shut up, he's come with us. I said, you know what you're saying to him, lad? I said, what's what happens, lad? He's going to me, lad, this is the problem. This is the problem, lad. You put everyone before me. I'm like, lad, I put everyone before you. Lad, are you messing? Are you messing? Lad, the shit I've swallowed because of you, lad. And I put him before you. Lad, you need to intertwine with these different... He's not in our frame. Lad, it doesn't matter. There's still mates, lad. No, but lad, you know, what you've got to do... I'm like, listen, lad, I am not taking a lecture off you, off your Barney, on the brandy and man, when you've just done what you've done. Lad, I don't care what you've got to say. Listen to me. Here's what I'm saying to you now. These are coming out with me, and I don't care what you say. And that's that. Who will he be with? Lad, it doesn't matter who he's with. You're looking at like a hostile. There are mates, lad. Lad, he's not my mate. I'm like, lad, he is your mate. Lad, you sound with him every other week. It's just now, you're just not. You're weird, lad. You're like, he's your best mate and your worst enemy. You're like, it's just weird. You're like, lad, you're a psychopath, lad. And he goes to me, oh, lad, you know what, lad? You've got me all misunderstood. Off his party. So anyway, we get to town and all that. Right now, we've got the car stashed around the corner because I'm driving and all that. I'm saying to him, lad, let's just pack it in. Like, so we're meeting these kids in this bar, right? So we walk to this bar, we're sitting there and we're all just having a laugh, everything sounds, and he's all calmed down now, right? And then this bird just comes in, and this bird who comes in, I'm on it, and I've been talking to her, you know what I mean, on WhatsApp and all that. So I'm like, what's happening? She's like, what's happening? I said to me, she's like, me mate and me brother and all that. And I said, yeah. And next thing I just turned around, and me mate, I've never seen a cat, like when a cat hears a noise and its ears stick up. That's what he's like. So I've been like, lad, what's wrong? He's going to me, lad, see him. I'm like, yeah, he went, lad, I've got beef with him. I'm like, why have you got beef with him? He's like, just hit me with all proper madness. I'm like, shut up, lad. He's like, lad, I have. So I said to the bird, is he such and such? She went, yeah. I said, does he go with such and such? She's like, yeah. So I'm like, so I said to her, listen, he needs to get off, you know. I said, you need to bail. She's like, what do you mean, lad? I said, listen, he needs to bail. And she proper turned on me. She's like, listen, lad. And I said, listen to me. I'm doing you a favour. I'm not you personally because she's a bird, but I'm doing your brother as mate a favour, you know. She's like, what do you mean, lad? Listen, lad. And I just told her, you know what, you cheeky little rat, who are you talking to? So I've just looked at me, matey, just looked at me, right, and I've just thought, you know what, lad, let's just go all in, yeah. Because this bird, I'm not with her. I haven't even met her or nothing like that. I'm on her, but like, she's been talking on WhatsApp, so she's not like me bird or not like that. I don't know her nothing, do you know what I mean? But listen, I've just told you straight and you're ignoring me. I don't think you're like quite reading the label, do you get what I mean? You've misunderstood the situation, and the situation is, your brother's going to get it any minute, you know, and so's his mates, and that's that, and that's just the end of it, right? You know what I mean? Just at the right time, right, the lads walking, he was supposed to be meeting, yeah, and there's about 6 of them. Now, I don't even know about 2 of them, do you know what I mean? But there's 6 of them. So think about what's just happened there. There was only 2 of us, and now there's 8 of us, right? Now, when I say 8 of us, I already know there's 8 of us because I know who's come to meet us, and I know that their lads will stand on with them for us because he will, do you get what I mean? So these kids are all like, oh my God, there's only 2 of them, and I'm just thinking, you're a mess, this bird's proper going on, all that, going on, all that. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and calm the situation down. I'm just going to chill right now. This was only the other day, and if you're on me WhatsApp, you'll understand what happened there, right? Because we were in a bar. Now this little rat, this little rat, right? She got proper brave. I don't even know what she was thinking there, but I'll tell you now. And if you listen to this now, you'll never do that to a man again, you little rat, right? So I'm standing there, so goes the bar, right? And me mate to him, where he said, so it's gone off or something. Like, this bird comes behind me and pours a drink down the back of me fucking t-shirt. Do you know what I mean? So I've just felt it all go cold. I've saying that, I've been like, well, she's like, who do you think you are? So I just thought, you cheeky little rat. But one of my girl mates, she works in the bar, she's seen it, she's just ran over and proper scragged it everywhere. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. I've got like a wet t-shirt and all the time, me back thinking, you little rat, who are you doing that to? So I've told you I'm going to take it out on the brother and that. So I've looked at my mate, and the lads who just come in there like, what's just happening? I said, what? So I've just gone bang and just cracked the brother. My mate just come flying out, there's just balls, there's just all kinds everywhere, it's just proper gone up, and we've just proper, none of them even threw a thing, we just wasted them. Now, the bar we were in, it's my mate's bar, my mate owns it, so there's nothing like that gonna happen. So then all them doormen have come flying over, like, what's happening, lad, what's happening? Like, oh, lad, it just ends up going off proper messy, do you know what I mean? So I've come back, we ended up getting off from there, and I've come back to mine with a few of us, right? And if you're on the WhatsApp group, then you'll understand exactly what I'm on about, because that was live in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, see if you remember it, right? Now, I'm not going to start talking no more shit because it's too much information, but listen to me now. Scouser out, yeah. Love all yous. Thank you to every single person who's on for the channel. And remember, these stories are all fictional. You've got to remember that. It's all fictional, just created from nothing out of my mind.